Hello.
Good evening.
How are we all doing? Are we all well? Hello. Lovely to see everybody. And nice trophy displays there from Graham and Clive.
Hello.
Lovely. Very, very nice. Very nice. Glad they all arrived. Now, Mark and Helen, did we not get a trophy display out of you?
Oh, disappointed.
Did you not see the message on the we put the message on the Facebook group? We'd like trophy displays for that. Oh, it's still there. It's not melted itself away yet. Then
no. It has some structural integrity. Yes.
Possibly. All is very good. Right? Can everybody hear us loud and clear? Is that all good for?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely.
Lots of thumbs up.
Yes, and we have a new couple tonight as well, don't we? So a couple of new ones even.
Oh
sorry.
yes. Admit Mr. Minor into the room there.
Hi, Toby.
Going in.
Hello.
Yes. New people, and obviously, if you want to give the link to any friends or family,
by all means,
pass it on. The more the merrier.
Oh, the Simpsons. I forgot about them as well. Yes.
Oh yes, the Simpsons. There.
Oh, trust them to be late though.
Oh, and yes.
Yes.
So we got. Oh. Does she need us to wait, or is she not?
She said bear with.
We've got other people coming as well.
Oh, and it's Simpsons. Oh, good evening, Simpsons. Welcome.
Better late than never. Hello. Yes. Yes. And where's your trophy?
Where's the trophies? Yes, we were. Then pop your trophies up for the winners. It's lovely. Honestly, Catherine's not here this evening.
No, because she's back to school tomorrow.
Yes. No, but she would have had
chickens.
She would have had her chickens rather than the trophy. We felt because that was Chicken Week, we did feel it was only suitable to actually send her a pack of rubber chickens rather than a trophy.
And speaking of which, our runners-up last week, Mark and Helen, they got our vegetable basket from round 2.
And see now what did we? Yes, Helen was delighted.
Yes,
with that. Unfortunately, her reaction can't be aired.
I think the nice term is. I think that the nice term of it. What on earth am I going to be able to cook with these? I think was was uttered a few times.
Bother! What should I make with this collection of lovely? Obviously, it was with our winners from last week, with Mr. Stevenson, with family Stevenson from last week. Winning. It was a little bit too far to send them to Oxford with the post as it is at the moment. We'd already had them for a couple of days, and we didn't want the veg to go off.
Yes, you don't want a moldy melon, do you?
No. So our yes, I think the melon. The melon was useful, wasn't it? The melon was useful, and the courgette, and that was about it. Really. Yes.
Well, Mark did say he was going to make a chili with the Scotch bonnet.
I don't know if that. Unmute Mark and Helen a moment, and then we can hear. We can unmute. Did the chili get used or?
No, I was told I wasn't allowed to put it in. It might be too hot, so.
They were the hottest one they had. So,
but we did put the courgette in the chili though.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good.
And
it's Mummy Alistair. Hello.
Alistair
yes.
Coming on. And what about? Did you? I believe there's all sorts of with chicory and the rainbow chard. There's all sorts of face products you can make, apparently. So
Well, why not?
Well, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm sure there's something that you could have. Some delightful poultices, possibly, that you could have come up with those lovely vegetables.
And welcome, Mummy Alistair. Hello.
Welcome. Where's Mummy Alistair? Oh, there
she's down at the bottom. Hello.
We can see you. She can't.
Oh, she appears to be frozen though.
Oh, she did say she was having laptop issues. That's why there was a slight delay.
Unfortunately, Norfolk I think is a bit slow. The internet's just,
it's because it's flat. That's what it is. It's flat. It doesn't get any speed up over the hills. So you don't. You're just getting level internet.
Anyway.
And here we are. Then let's make sure you got the last couple coming in. Oh.
God. How late is he? Got 4 minutes late.
4 minutes late.
Rude.
Rude. Fine.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it?
That's no. But anyway, yes. So very lovely to see you all. It's going to be normal format, 3 rounds, interval round, a little bit different ones for this week's interval. And then three more after. And if we're all ready, is everybody
ready? Got pens, papers, answer sheets, however you want to do it.
Yes, and everybody can hear us.
Yes, lovely. Oh, people have been printing off as well. Lovely.
Oh, yes.
Toby listened to us. Well done.
Well, you get a slight insight.
Slight insight to what the rounds might be, and then you have no idea because we're quite cryptic.
Yes. Yes. I'm just looking down at the round. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, and the music round this week.
First one's fairly obvious, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one, not a lot to hide there.
No.
But the first one.
Third one, the music round will let you...
Oh, it's a classic. Rivals those chickens, it does. Lovely.
Yes. Right. Well, should we start?
Ready? Yes.
Okay.
Round one.
Let's start with round one, which is sport.
The lovely Tom Daly, as usual.
Of course. So, question one in the sport round.
Oh, it's different authors this week for the...
Oh, it is, yes. One of our students from the theatre school, Mr. Alistair, whose mummy is down there in the audience watching us tonight, has produced the sports round for us tonight. So, let's see how we do. Question number one. What colour medal did Tom Daly win at London 2012? That's question number one.
Oh, so just seen Liz.
Ooh.
Liz entering Miss Stokes.
Yep. So question number one. We'll give her just a couple of seconds so she can hear as well.
Hi. Oh, connecting audio. Hi, Seth.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Liz. We're literally just starting.
Yep. So question number one.
On the screen.
Yeah, what colour medal did Tom Daly win at London 2012?
Question number two. Who has won more Grand Slam tennis titles, Serena Williams or Roger Federer? Who has won more Grand Slam tennis titles, Serena Williams or Roger Federer?
Oh, a little bit slower, Alistair. So question number three. Who was the first British winner of the yellow jersey worn in the Tour de France? Question number three. Who was the first British winner of the yellow jersey worn in the Tour de France? And Emma, when you frown, your face is quite amusing.
Question number four. Who was the last non-British, non-German Formula One driver to win the World Drivers' title? So who was the last non-British, non-German Formula One driver to win the World Drivers' title?
Question number five. How many balls in total are there on the table at the start of a game of snooker? Question number five. How many balls in total are there on the table at the start of a game of snooker? That's on the table, please.
Question number six. Which English Football League team was given the nickname The Gas? Chris Weir, if you look at all puzzled at this, even I got this one right. Which English Football League team was given the nickname The Gas?
And welcome back, Alistair's mum. Don't worry, I'll get Alistair to type the other questions to you shortly, so at least you got the other questions. Oh, question number 7. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. No. Question number 7. Jade Jones took home gold for Team GB in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. Which sport does she compete in? That's question number 7. Jade Jones took home gold for Team GB in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. But which sport does she compete in?
Question number 8. What is the highest speed ever recorded by a Formula One car during a Grand Prix? And we'll give you, so plus or minus 10 miles an hour on that one. And a bonus question if you knew what track this was achieved on. So question number 8, what is the highest speed ever recorded by a Formula One car during a Grand Prix? You got plus or minus 10 miles an hour on that one. And a bonus question, bonus point, if you know which track this was achieved at.
Question number 9. How many Olympic gold medals did rower Steve Redgrave win? That's question number 9. How many Olympic gold medals did rower Steve Redgrave win?
And did you know, actually, Steve Redgrave was dyslexic?
Oh,
Popped up on the news this week.
a random fact for you.
Random fact. And finally, in sport, round 1, question number 10. Who is the Premier League's all-time top scorer? So who is the Premier League's all-time top scorer? Oh, and apparently he's diabetic as well as dyslexic. So it's question number 10.
Okay.
Welcome back. Okay, do we have any repeats for that round?
We have for our newcomers that don't know. If you do want repeats of questions, if you just message Spirolux Limited on Zoom or hold fingers up if
Yeah,
you
you can
like.
hold fingers up
Yeah,
at this point.
then we know whether you need anything repeated. But is everyone okay, or does anyone want anything repeated?
Repeat.
Thumbs
So,
up.
okay. Everybody okay for
Lovely.
that round?
Well, that was our sport round.
Marvellous. Sport
Ah.
round. Different, I say, different author this week on the sport round. Oh, 3 and 4 from this.
Oh, she dropped out, didn't she?
Yes. So you do 3?
Number 3 was, who was the first British winner of the yellow jersey worn in the Tour de France? That's who was the first British winner of the yellow jersey worn in the Tour de France.
We'll restart him in the next round. It's fine. And question number 4: who was the last non-British, non-German Formula One driver to win the World Drivers' title?
You can message her those. Yes, and Victoria, then your
number
son will
6.
message you those because you by some bit want the first 6.
1, 2, 6. Lovely.
Lovely.
Any others? Okay, then we are moving on to round 2.
Yes.
So round 2 this week is Ready, Steady, Cook round. And for that, if you bear with us for just a couple of moments while we switch to Studio 2.
Bye. And welcome to Studio 2.
Hello.
Yes, I am.
Hello.
I
Welcome
am.
to Studio 2 with our lovely with John Cousins accessories and small help from Amazon.
Of course.
Absolutely marvelous. Okay, so round 2 this week. Ready, Steady, Cook. It's going to be very simple. We're going to give you some ingredients, and what we'd like you to do is tell us what we're going to make with these common ingredients. Okay, so very simple. We'll show you the ingredients, and then you tell us what those ingredients make. Oh, hold on. Sorry, we'd lost Mark and Helen there for a moment. They're just coming back in. And 3, 2, 1, back in the room for those of you who are that age.
Oh, big fly thing.
Oh, there is.
Oh.
Oh, dragonflies in there. Well, it's not allowed in the kitchen.
No.
How dare you? Yes.
Very
So
unhygienic.
we'll show you. So we'll go with.
This one here.
That one there. Right. So, for instance, then our first one, we will have butter or margarine,
Sugar
sugar, flour.
and eggs.
So when these are mixed together, what are we creating? So this is number 1.
Yeah. Butter, sugar, flour, and eggs.
Okay.
Next.
Number 2. Don't drop the eggs.
No, please don't do that. Is yes. Ooh.
So ignore the pan because it's just for convenience.
Yes.
So in our pan today, we have got mincemeat, tinned tomatoes,
We have carrots,
we have tomato puree, garlic,
We have mixed herbs. Well,
Oregano.
oregano, yes, okay. And we have spaghetti. So what would these items create?
So we have mince, tinned tomatoes,
Carrots,
tomato puree, mixed herbs, and garlic.
and spaghetti.
So, yes. So what will we create there? Number 2. I know we're in the kitchen, Gizmo, but you can't come and help, okay? Sorry. Small about, yeah.
Yeah,
All
you
you've seen
can have one of
shots.
those.
You can have one of those. Sit. Up. Go on, take it, Eddie.
Off you go, out the back.
Off you go.
Good boy.
Item number 3. Again, we start with minced beef, tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, garlic,
This time we add red kidney beans, a pepper, and chili pepper.
Okay. So what are we making here? With minced beef, tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, garlic,
Kidney beans, red pepper, and chili pepper. Do you want to pop that back in the freezer for me?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I keep having the Swedish chef going round and round in my mind. This one is the fridge. Yes.
Oh, it's stuck.
Ooh. Meal number 4. It smells lovely, doesn't it?
It does. It's
Yeah.
like this. So we have
Fresh basil.
fresh basil or basil. Got any Americans in with us? Fresh basil
We have tomatoes.
and mozzarella.
Of course, lactose free.
Yes. And possibly a drizzle of olive oil. But that's in item number 5 at the moment.
Yes.
So we have fresh basil, tomatoes,
And mozzarella.
where's it go?
Ooh, there you go. So, item number 5.
We have bread, which we will toast.
We have olive oil. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yes, we need some of those, yes. We also have tomatoes, which we didn't forget.
Tomatoes.
We have balsamic vinegar.
And we have salt. So we have item number 5. We have bread, toasted,
Yeah, we have olive oil,
tomatoes,
balsamic vinegar.
and salt. Okay. No?
What number was that? 5. Ooh, number 6 next. No, over here, number 6.
Number 6. Oh, I'll get some ice.
So, number 6. Starters, we have 2 glasses. Next drawer down.
Next door down.
Oh, hopefully there's some ice. Oh, okay. I've just been told that my husband has used up the last of the
Use
ice.
the ice, you didn't put any in.
So ignore the ice. There should be ice.
So, to start with, we have some lovely Jamaican rum,
Dark rum, of course.
dark rum.
We might be making it
We
now.
might be making so we have some rum in the glass and
Ginger beer,
ginger beer.
which of course is old Jamaican ginger beer. And then to finish it off,
Lime. 1, 2.
like the rest of the can.
Oh yeah. 1, 2.
There we go.
So, item number 6. Rum, ginger beer,
Lime, and of course ice cubes, which Michael has used up.
Cheers.
Shall we move on?
Bubbles went right up my nose. Right,
Might as well leave that one there.
moving on.
Let's not make this one.
No, we can't make this. But we can do that.
What are you after?
Oh no, put the glass over
Yes.
there. There's glass over there. Right. So, item number 7. For those of you who have frequented Rome, a very popular drink there. We would have apparel.
We have Prosecco.
A splash of soda water. And a lot of ice.
And I assume probably, looking at the picture, a bit of orange on top of it as well.
A bit of orange, a slice of orange perhaps on the top of it. So, apparel or apparel.
Prosecco.
Soda water.
And a slice of orange with plenty of ice, which again Michael has used up.
Yes. So it's number 7. Right.
Ooh, let's slide those back over here.
Try those over there. Oh, yeah, do those over there.
Do notice how we have descended into the alcoholic drinks?
Yes, quite quickly. There's no no other ones. So now item number 8. One for the winter evenings. So we will have some whiskey, some honey,
And some lemon juice.
and then some hot water is the last ingredient with this one. Some hot water. So whiskey, honey,
Excuse me.
bless you, lemon, and some hot water. What would that make put together? Number 8.
Number
9.
Aha.
Ah,
Oh, back to the fridge again.
you go to the bit, yeah.
So, what would this one create? We have flour tortillas, or gluten-free ones for those of you.
Yes. And we have cheese, which we would grate. Now, this is just a normal cheddar, but it could be a mozzarella, a Monterey Jack, pepper jack.
Monterey Jack and Pepper Jack, I believe, is the popular ones for this.
Yes, yes. So those. And then you can add additional fillings, chicken.
Beef, perhaps? Strip beef?
Yeah,
Yeah.
strip beef.
Mushrooms, peppers,
Mushrooms,
onions.
peppers, onions,
Yes.
yeah. All of those things that can be added. So, number 9
Flour tortillas.
and cheddar are the 2 key ingredients. But then we can add, on top of that, chicken, beef, etc. And finally, item number 10.
Which we'll be making after the quiz.
Yes. So, item number 10, we're going to start with whipped or squirty cream
Meringue.
and strawberries.
So what can you make with squirty cream, or whipped cream,
Meringue nests
and strawberries?
and strawberries. So that's our 10th one. So, all of those, just check, do we have any repeats for round 2?
Michael?
Any repeats?
Any repeats for round 2?
Cheers.
Jazz?
Ooh.
We only put 9 on the answer sheet.
Well, there's a 10th one.
There is a 10th one.
Good.
Everybody's fine?
Awesome. Should we go back to Studio 1?
Marvellous. Back to Studio 1. Bear with
So,
us.
transition, please, Alistair. No. And welcome back to Studio 1.
Welcome back, everybody. All I can see everybody's faces and everything now.
How was that?
All good?
All good?
All
Yeah.
good. Lovely.
We now have
Lovely.
lots and lots of random food which you now need to eat over the next few days.
Yes. It's all that, and Gizmo's excited because we're in and out of the kitchen.
Yes.
He's wondering what we're doing next.
He got a carrot, so that's all.
Yes,
That's all
it's
good.
fine. It's fine. One of the ones we've gotten.
Right. We now have round 3 next, don't we?
Oh, yes. The
Yeah.
music round.
Yes, those of you that have been in these quizzes before, you do know how round 3 works. So, for example, to give you an idea, the first round was famous pieces as covered on a pipe organ, and then you had to name the organs that went along with it in the pictures. Then there was pans, pipes. We've done.
Hands,
Ooh,
pipes, organs,
what else did we do? Chickens.
chickens,
Yeah, birds. I think it
bells.
was bells. Yes.
bells.
Yes. So for those of you that haven't participated in this before, what you will see is a picture of something, and then you will hear a piece of music which is covered on something which is very closely related to this.
Yes, an unusual instrument. shall
Yes.
we say, not a regular instrument.
No, it is quite a popular instrument though.
Yes.
There's lots and lots of videos on YouTube, which is how we found most of these.
And we found people this week who really can't play them either.
No, so you've got a few of those thrown in as well.
There's quite a few. It's a tone deaf association, we believe. So it's going to be absolutely. So we do. If you've got your speakers turned up particularly loud, I wouldn't.
Be careful.
Quite frankly, it's quite so. Yes, they will play through automatically.
Yes. So again, so those of you that haven't done this before, you will hear a piece of music. Please write down the name of the piece of music. We're not fussed about artists, literally just the name of the piece of music. And then write down what you see as well in the picture. The two things are not related, other than just like the one word which actually kind of combines the instrument and the items on the screen.
So, good luck.
Good luck, and we'll see you on the other side.
Well, we could see some
Yes.
some lovely moments of enjoyment from that.
And Helen, yes, again, your face just didn't disappoint.
With wonderful, with long and high, and some of the dancing in the background, and the swaying along. Wonderful. Yes, we had to look long and hard to find people who could play them that badly.
Took me a long time. Went for a lot of YouTube videos.
But as you say, we made it.
Yes.
We made it there. And that's the end of round 3. So it's interval time now. Time to go and make a cup of tea, grab a drink. And as always, there is an interval round. And this week it's with catchphrases / dingbats. Oh, Ali, is it your turn to make the tea then? Is that what Andy's trying to say? It's your turn to make the tea, is it? He's being very subtle, passing it across the front of the camera.
Yeah.
So
this is, just to give you an idea of what we're doing, this is not scored for any points in any way, shape or form. This is literally just to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing for the interval round. So this one is a popular saying. Anyone know what it is? Put your hand up if you think you know what it is. Anyone? Ooh.
So this is what the interval round.
One or two people. What we're looking for this one is bang out of order. Okay, just to give you an idea of what we're looking for.
Bang.
Yeah, no points for that.
Out of order.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our catchphrase out of that one. So you'll see, as always, 10 of those will scroll up through with some lovely background music, and then they'll come up to a tableau of 10 at the end, and it's 1 point for each of those. And we will see you in 10 minutes.
Oh, and for those of you that haven't done this before, just so you know, then once a tableau comes up, then it'll actually give you a countdown as to how many minutes are remaining as well. So make sure you've got plenty of time to go to the loo, make yourself a cup of tea or a drink involving dark rum, ginger beer, and ice, which someone has used.
And lime. Yes. And lime, obviously. Okay, everybody, right. We'll see you in 10 minutes' time.
See you shortly.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Are we all here? We've lost. I think we've lost Nicole, Emma, and Dan. Nick.
No, there's a few returning to
Hello,
there.
Nicole.
Returning. Hello. Everybody.
Yes, Emma, hurry up.
Jed, come on.
Yes.
And how do we do it? For the intro round for something different? Oh,
Yeah.
What's time you got there? Wait a minute. What were you holding up?
I
What were you
can't see.
holding up?
Where is she? Where?
Up in the top right. Oh, fluffy doggy.
Oh.
So but Gizmo is wandering here,
Yes.
and just when we go out into Studio 2, I know he's going back to his bed now. Is strangely enough, he follows us out into the kitchen.
Yes. Funny that.
No idea why. Very good like that. Apparently, one or two of the dogs didn't like round 3. Apparently, Scamp wasn't very keen. So Sally Rob's dog wasn't very keen on the slide whistle in the slightest.
No.
I don't know what other dogs were doing and playing around. But yes. Well.
Anyway.
Right.
So, shall we continue?
Round 4.
Round 4. So round 4 is one singular sensation. Right.
No.
So to give you a bit of context in this round,
We're not singing and
no,
dancing for one.
no,
Definitely.
and a
not.
lot of you will also be quite glad it's got nothing to do with musical theatre,
No.
and some of you quite disappointed it's got nothing to do with musical theatre. Anyway, but each not yet, Alistair. Back to us.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes. So to let you know what's going on with this round, each question has an answer which is a single letter. Quite straightforward, hopefully.
Yep.
Yes.
So just one single letter.
Just one letter.
All the answers. Okay?
Quite easy, hopefully.
Doesn't matter. Some of them are capitals. Some of them are not.
Nope, not fussed about that. Just one single letter or singular sensation.
Or singular
Yes.
sensation. Yes.
Okay, so now let's go to question 1. There you go. Question number 1. A special cereal from Kellogg's. So remember, we're after a single letter. Question number 1 is a special cereal from Kellogg's. Hi, neighbours, walking past the window. Hi. Yes, I think our neighbours have realised we're slightly odd in this house.
Possibly. Question number 2. A second-rate movie, often a cult classic. A second-rate movie, often a cult classic. What sort of movie are we talking about?
Question number 3. 50 to the ancient Romans. Question number 3. 50 to the ancient Romans. Yes, Dad, you are correct. You have got a 1 in 26 chance for every single one of these questions.
Question number 4. Job title, Major Boothroyd, maker of James Bond's gadgets. So the job title of Major Boothroyd, maker of James Bond's gadgets. There's too many S's in that.
Yes.
There's lots of them.
Question number 5. Will Smith's character in Men in Black was Agent blank. Question number 5. Will Smith's character in Men in Black was Agent blank.
Question number 6. In music, this letter denotes the following passage should be played softly and ignored by most drummers. In music, this letter denotes the following passage should be played softly. And there's at least, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, Hazel. Yeah.
There's a few people that should get
There's
that.
at least half a dozen people in there that I'd be very disappointed if you didn't know that one. Your mum should know that one, shouldn't you? Victoria, you've just didn't add to the list. That's 7. You should be getting that one.
Yes, well done.
Some volunteers for all sorts here. It's great.
Question number 7. What is the prefix for German submarines? So after the single letter, which is a prefix for German submarines.
It's a prefix. If you can say it with that accent, yes.
Oh, a kitchen is trying to come into the room.
Oh, that's Michael trying
Oh,
to
that's
set
Michael.
up the relay.
Oh,
question.
yes, the relay screen. So we can see everyone's faces when we do round 2 for the answers.
Yes.
Yes. Lovely. Thank you, Michael.
Question number 8. Chromosome that determines the sex in mammals. Which chromosome determines the sex in mammals?
Question number 9. What is the third letter of the institution the village people sang about in 1978? So that's what is the third letter of the institution the village people sang about in 1978. And yes, I can see
And
quite a few of you doing the dance as well.
mouthing it, dancing through it.
Yes, yes.
And finally, question number 10. The surname of the A-team character who pities fools. The surname of an A-team character who pities fools. Okay, so any repeats? Or singular sense. So 5 and 6.
Or...
Five is you.
Ooh, 5 is me. Will Smith's character in Men in Black was Agent what? So Will Smith's character in Men in Black was Agent what?
And question number 6. In music, this letter denotes the passage should be played softly. In music, this letter denotes the following passage should be played softly. So that was question number 6.
Everyone else happy?
Anyone else? Any other repeats?
Awesome. Next.
Marvellous. I know this week was this one was another one of our guest rounds, round 5, by the Stevenson family. Where's he gone? He's moved.
I can't see him now. He's around here somewhere.
Right.
There he is.
There he is.
There,
Right,
yeah.
in the middle. There we are. So from Clive, obviously last week's winner there with his daughter. The father and daughter teams do seem to be quite
Yes,
popular.
he's doing quite good.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
doing quite well in the
Good
last couple of weeks. Yeah.
broad selection of knowledge, I
Broad
believe.
selection of
Yes.
So this is Clive's round, and this is called Sounds of Science. Okay, so a science-based lilt to our answers for this one. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody mentions Galileo Galilei, the Renaissance artist. Which invention is he best associated with?
Renaissance scientist.
Which Renaissance scientist?
Yeah.
What
He's
did
an
I say?
artist.
Oh, sorry, Renaissance scientist. That would make sense. So, I know. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody mentions Galileo, the Renaissance scientist. With what invention is he best associated?
I mean, it's not like the questions are actually right in front of us on the TV screen or anything, is it?
No, not in the slightest.
No. Question number 2. Astrophysicist Professor Brian Cox was the keyboard player in which 90s pop band whose song Things Can Only Get Better was used as Tony Blair's election anthem? How wrong they were, yes. Question 2. Astrophysicist Professor Brian Cox was the keyboard player in which 90s pop band whose song Things Can Only Get Better was used as Tony Blair's election anthem? And they obviously didn't know that the year 2020 was coming around.
Question number 3. Gravity, the lead single from the 2004 album Out of Nothing, by which English rock band? Gravity, the lead single from the 2004 album Out of Nothing, was by which English rock band?
Question number 4. Which English scientist is mentioned in Madonna's Super Pop and the Beastie Boys' Sounds of Science? That's question number 4. Which English scientist is mentioned in Madonna's Super Pop and the Beastie Boys' Sounds of Science?
Question number 5. Which British naturalist gets a mention in REM's Man on the Moon? Which British naturalist gets a mention in REM's Man on the Moon? Gizmo's now shouting at the entire neighbourhood.
Michael, you may want to assist in rounding up the dog. Question number 6. Which... Sorry. Question number... Michael, you don't have to crawl down. The camera's not active. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Question number 6. I wish you could have seen that. Which science megastar is mentioned in the titles of tracks by Kelly Clarkson and Counting Crows? That's question number 6. Which science megastar is mentioned in the titles of tracks by Kelly Clarkson and Counting Crows?
Question number 7. In the 1984 band OMD, in 1984, the band OMD had a dubious hit with a song called Tesla Girls, referring to Siberian-born Nikola Tesla. He is famous for his inventions and developments in which fields of electricity? In 1984, the band OMD had a dubious hit with a song called Tesla Girls, referring to the Siberian-born Nikola Tesla. He is famous for his inventions and developments in which fields of electricity?
Question number 8. Which American scientist and inventor is referenced in a song by the Bee Gees and in The Wizard of Menlo Park by Chumbawamba? That's question number 8. Which American scientist and inventor is referenced in a song by the Bee Gees and in The Wizard of Menlo Park by Chumbawamba? You can't say that name sensibly, can you?
No, you can't.
No.
No, because you just think of the tub thumping.
Chumbawamba.
You just think of the one random.
The one popular song which they
Yes.
produced, yes.
Question number 9. Named after 3 subatomic particles, which English rock band released an album in 1977 called Quark, Strangeness and Charm? Named after 3 subatomic particles, which English rock band released an album in 1977 called Quark, Strangeness and Charm?
And finally, question number 10. The work of Isaac Newton, Splitting Light into a Spectrum, was immortalised by the album cover for Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. On the cover, other than the beam of white light, how many beams of coloured light are there emitting from the prism? Question number 10. The work of Isaac Newton, Splitting Light into a Spectrum, was immortalised by the album cover for Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. On the cover, other than the beam of white light, how many beams of coloured light are there emitting from the prism?
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back.
I'm a little
Thank
bit
you very much,
disappointed no one ran to their music cupboard and
and
pulled,
the album. There's quite a few there that probably got it somewhere. But right.
Yes.
Any repeats for round 5 before we go into our final round? Any repeats for round 5, or are we all good to go?
Oh, number 3.
Wait a minute. What Sally and
Rob wants one,
one,
which
right.
is that's yours.
Yes. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody mentions Galileo, the Renaissance scientist. What invention is he best associated with? So, what invention is Galileo best associated with?
And question number 3. Gravity, the lead single from the 2004 album Out of Nothing, is by which English rock band? So that's Gravity, the lead single from the 2004 album Out of Nothing, is by which English rock band?
And number 4. Which English scientist is mentioned in Madonna's Super Pop and the Beastie Boys' Sound of Science?
And number 5 as well.
And number 5?
Yes, which
Well,
is Which British naturalist,
Yes.
yes, gets a mention in REM's Man on the Moon? That's which British naturalist gets a mention in REM's Man on the Moon?
I don't think you wouldn't want him to be a naturist.
I don't think so.
No.
Who is it?
No.
Oh,
No.
No. Oh, I don't know.
So we've got 5. Yes.
Awesome. Everyone happy?
Marvellous. And
That's a seagull. Okay.
odd seagulls dive bombing the windows outside. Never mind, it's fine.
I bet you one will be dive by my car because they always do.
Yeah. It's nowadays it's your own fault. And on we go now to our final round this week, our general knowledge.
And I didn't change the picture again. Oh, well.
But it's SpongeBob.
Everyone
You
loves
don't need
SpongeBob.
to- Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yes. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Yes. Sorry, is it interesting thing about SpongeBob?
Oh, an interesting thing
Oh,
about
yeah,
SpongeBob.
actually, yeah, we can say it because it was official on whatever channel he's on yesterday.
Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Yes.
SpongeBob came out yesterday.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, seriously, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
I just read it on the news and I was like, oh, Nickelodeon. Therefore, it's kid friendly. Lovely. Anyway.
Yes.
So,
Very random.
yes.
So there you go. Question 1. Go on.
Question number 1. Which is longer, a mile or a kilometre? Or a kilometre?
Kilometer.
Question number 1. Which is longer, a mile or a kilometre?
Question number 2. Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix TV show? Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix TV show?
Question number 3. Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band? Question number 3. Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band?
Question number 4. Name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad. Question number 4. Name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad, which we didn't attempt in round 2.
Question number 5. We should have done really, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. Question number 5. Name Ron Weasley's parents. Question number 5. Name Ron Weasley's parents. And Lou, we didn't just put these questions in for you.
Question number 6. Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1, by Sir Edward William Elgar, is better known as what? Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1, by Sir Edward William Elgar, is better known as what?
And question number 7. On TV, in what area of London do the Trotter family live? Question number 7. On TV, in what family of... in what area of London do the Trotter family live? And Victoria, I'm afraid your son didn't even know who the Trotter family was. Yes, I know. We shook our head as well. Yes. We're quite
Use the
appalled.
same emoji, it's fine.
Yes.
Question number 8. You did get this one, though.
Yeah.
What game involves squidgers, squoops, and boondocks?
I think it's squops.
Squops?
Yeah, I think it's squops.
What game involves squidgers, squops, and boondogs?
Question number 9. How many keys are on a standard piano? Well done, Hazel. You should know this one. Yes. Question number 9. How many
Viv.
keys are on a standard piano? And if they don't know, quite frankly, they can go to the other room and count them.
Yes. Was it?
Mum's grade 7 piano. She should.
Oh, yes, Victoria, you should know this as well. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, Viv's very delighted because her piano lessons have started again this week.
Oh, good.
Graham spends half of his life sat in front of one. So it should be quite easy for all of it, yes?
Yes, yeah.
And finally, were you paying attention earlier? We told you a random fact during the first act. Now, this is during the first half. What was it?
Ha 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 ha.
So we told you a random fact during the first act. What was it? I know we can't repeat the first act
No.
before anybody asks.
I know we haven't uploaded it to YouTube yet either,
No.
so you can't cheat and look. Yes, Sally, we do say lots of random things, but there was one specific random fact which we did state.
There was even a pause and
Yes,
everything.
yes, it was specifically put in for that reason.
Okay.
Owen wants
so
5 and 7 repeated.
5 and 7. Oh, that's the wrong round.
Okay, so number 5 is name Ron Weasley's parents. So question number 5, name Ron Weasley's parents, and you can do number 7.
Number 7, on TV, in what area of London do the Trotter family live? On TV, in what area of London do the Trotter family live?
Was there one other? 2 and 6.
Any more? 2 and 6.
Number 2, Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show? That's Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix show?
And number 6 is Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar is better known as what? The Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar is better known as what? And there we go.
That is the end of the quiz.
The end of the quiz for this week. So, if there are any other repeats, now is the time to say.
If not, we start going through the answers.
No. Are we all ready for the answers?
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Cool.
Okay.
Oh, I should move my bit of paper across.
Move a bit of paper back to the start. And this
Okie
was
dokie.
Alistair's sports round?
Yes, it
Round
was
1?
indeed. And he refuses to actually give the answer, so we've got to do it on his behalf.
Yes.
So, question number 1 was, what colour medal did diver Tom Daley win at London 2012? And the answer is bronze. Question 1, he won a bronze medal.
Question number 2. Who won more Grand Slam tennis? Serena or Roger? The answer we're looking for there is Serena Williams. So question number 2, Serena Williams.
Oh, got a few shakes there. Question number 3. Who was the first British winner of the yellow jersey worn in the Tour de France? The answer is Sir Bradley Wiggins. So that's question number 3. The answer is Sir Bradley Wiggins.
Sir Bradley Wiggins.
Yes.
I should get my pipe. Question number 4. Who was the last non-British, non-German Formula 1 driver to win the World Drivers' title? Kimi Räikkönen we're looking for there.
Raikkonen. Something like that.
Answer
Yes.
to number 2, Serena Williams. Answer to number 2,
Yep.
Serena Williams.
Yes, lovely.
Kimi Räikkönen.
Yes. Number 5. How many balls are in total? How many balls are in total are there? Oh, bad grammar, Alistair. Oh, really.
His grammar's fine.
Oh, bad copy and paste it. Okay.
Yeah.
How many balls are there in the start of a game of snooker on the table? The answer is 22. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 red, some other colours, and then a white one at the top.
Yes. Don't forget the white one. Question number 6. Which English Football League team was given their nickname the Gas? That is Bristol Rovers. So Bristol Rovers.
And I've just been told, Sally, he didn't technically win it, he wore it. And that's according to our cyclist friend over in the corner. So,
Psychopath.
yeah, he goes in psychopaths quite a lot. Where were we?
Number 7. we're doing.
Number 7. Okay. Jade Jones took home gold for Team GB in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. And which sport does she compete in? Hopefully, Mark, you got this one right. It is Taekwondo. Did you get it right? No.
No.
But don't you do Taekwondo, don't you? No? Oh.
Which one is it?
Jiu-Jitsu. That doesn't help. Go, ha ha ha. I'm sorry, it doesn't really help. Anyway, the answer was Taekwondo. That's question 7. The answer was Taekwondo.
There you go. Question number 8. What's the highest ever recorded speed in Formula 1 during a Grand Prix to the nearest 10 miles an hour? So it was 231.523 miles an hour.
Well done, Victoria. Yes.
So we're looking for 221 to 241 if you've got any karate. Karate.
Oh, that was hence why he was doing
That's
that.
right, yes.
Right, okay.
So question 8, we're looking for anything between 221 to 241.5 miles per hour. And if you got Monza, that was the bonus question. The bonus point for the track there was Monza.
Lovely. Question number 9. How many Olympic golds did rower Steve Redgrave win? The answer is 5. That's question 9. How many Olympic gold medals does rower Steve Redgrave win? And the answer to that one is 5. And that's quite a difficult name to say.
That's a lot of them to say,
Yes.
right? And finally, for round 1, who is the Premier League's all-time top scorer? The answer there right after is Alan Shearer. So Alan Shearer, question number 10. So total or a possibility of 11 points for that
I think
round?
Victoria did quite well in that round.
Well, as long as her son's not been feeding her the answers, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so that was round 1. Round 2,
Yes, we need a slight transition again.
we need a slight transition.
Yes.
Have we got a transition?
Oh, we do apparently. Yes. Quick, right, on this way.
Hello.
And welcome to Studio 2.
Back in Studio 2 again. Right.
This time we can actually see you as well, because
Yes.
we have little laptops set up here with all your faces on, so we
We've
can
got
see you
things
again.
So we can see you in there. And, oh, that's all lovely. Right. So, here we go. Number 1.
Do we take? Yeah, why not?
Oh, let's just take it.
Just pile us all up on here. It's fine.
Yes, that was it. Right, so, number 1, we were after if we gave you butter, sugar, flour, and eggs, what would we get? The answer we're looking for is...
Sponge cake.
Sponge cake.
Or a Victoria sponge.
Sponge cake, yeah, Victoria sponge. Something along those lines for number 1.
Your hat's a lot taller than mine.
I know. Yes, that's very... I want mine lit from the inside. Number 2. We're not going to get the mince out the freezer.
No.
We're not going to get the mince out the freezer. Right, so in this one, we had mince, we had tinned tomatoes, tomato puree, garlic, carrots, and herbs and spaghetti. What were we looking for here? Answer number 2, spaghetti bolognese. Was what we're looking for there, spaghetti bolognese.
And to stop any arguments, all these recipes are taken off the BBC Good Food website, so they are all technically official, I suppose.
I know we all put extra bits
Yes.
and pieces in.
Yes, but
and
it's
all
like the
that.
basics of the recipe.
Yes. And then
We'll
if
remove
we-
that and remove that, yes. So we've removed the carrots and spaghetti, so we've still got the chopped tomatoes, still got the mince. Could you mince me, please, Chris?
mince.
Lovely,
Right.
thank you. So we've got the mince, we've got the...
The red pepper.
we were doing so well.
Kidney beans. We got kidney beans. And
Chili pepper.
chili pepper. So what we're looking for here was
A chili con carne.
chili garlic. Right. We will have
Oh,
to
get
take
rid of
some
that
bits
now.
out the way.
Yes.
4.
Oh, it's that one. Yeah, it's the fridge.
It's the fridge. Right into the fridge.
Michael, you're really not helping things. Oh dear.
Right. Number 4, which has made the fridge smell lovely for
Yes.
today. Absolutely. So, fresh basil, a little bit limp now, but we'll prepare it shortly.
Yes. Tomatoes and mozzarella.
Yes.
We are after a caprese salad.
Okay. So very traditional Italian salad, caprese salad. Number 5.
6.
No, we need some of those.
Oh, we need those ones.
Need some of those.
I'll take these back.
Number 5. So,
Oh, you want that as well, don't you? There you go.
yes. And the first item. So, number 5. We
So, we have bread, obviously toasted,
toasted,
basil, tomatoes,
salt, balsamic, and olive oil, which will make us bruschetta.
or bruschetta.
Bruschetta. Bruschetta, bruschetta.
Yes.
One of those. Right.
Lovely. 6 is our favourite one.
Oh,
Ooh, I'll move these out.
6. Lots of fun. 6 was our eatable drink, and so for 6 we gave you a dark rum, ginger beer, ice, which we've now put in 3 because Michael finished, and lime. And this makes a dark and stormy. Very, very lovely cocktail. If you've not had that one,
We didn't even know it was a cocktail.
No.
We've been drinking it for months.
drinking it, and it was all fine. 7.
Number 7. We have. Oh, get rid of that one. Ooh, yes. We have. How do you say that? Aperol.
Aperol.
Aperol. Prosecco. And I've just realised actually some of the people in there, one of the people in there might have actually given us this bottle of Prosecco when we moved in
Well,
to our first house
Oops.
a few years ago.
It's maturing.
Yes. And some soda water.
And ice, again,
And
that
ice.
you don't have.
Oh, and a piece of orange.
And a piece of
Yes.
orange.
And that makes an Aperol Spritz.
If you go to Rome, they drink them everywhere. It's a very, very lovely drink. Is it 7?
Oh,
8?
that was 7. 8 is also over here.
8 is over that way. So in 8, we would add some warm water,
To whiskey
honey,
and some lemon.
And
Particularly
this-
good on a very cold day, or if you're slightly ill.
if
The
you're on a riverboat in Prague, Helen.
yes,
Yes.
okay. The answer is a hot toddy.
Hot toddy.
Number 8, hot toddy.
Number 9, you have those bits. Fridge again.
Oh yes. Okay, so number 9 is flour tortillas,
Cheese,
and a few other bits and pieces if you wish to. There's but this
Yes.
is the staple.
chicken, but it must contain these 2, and that will make you a quesadilla.
Lovely healthy meal there.
Lovely healthy meal of
Yes,
just
carbs and cheese,
Yes.
basically.
And
Yeah.
finally, it's got basil on it. Basil. Right. On. So our final one. Squirty or whipped cream.
Meringue, in this case, meringue nests. And strawberries.
And those mixed together, you will get an Eton mess. So that's what we're looking for there. An Eton mess.
You will very much get a mess.
Yes, it's
Yes.
a complete and utter mess. A very attentive audience member in front of us.
Yes.
Gizmo sat there going, they're making things in the kitchen, things may fall. Right,
Does anybody need any repeated, or is everyone okay?
we all good on that one? We've got those.
Everyone
Hopefully
good?
did
Loads
quite
of
well
thumbs
on
up?
that one.
Lovely. Okay, so transition again, I feel.
Transition.
Yes, a small transition, please. Hi, I'm so sorry about corpsing in that last round.
Any excuse to play the Muppet Chef more,
Oh.
quite frankly, but yes.
No, it was the you mixing, I think, was
Well, you
probably-
asked
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, dear, never mind. Right, back with you, and here we go.
Okay, next round.
The slides.
Yeah, so we've been getting slowly worse and worse and worse throughout the weeks. I'm not entirely sure whether this one has beaten the chicken or not, but I think it's probably come
Ooh.
close.
It's a
So
close one.
I need
I
to
think-
scroll through here.
I
don't
think there was. I think there was a lot more talent involved with the chickens. I think they left their talent at home with these particular
Yes.
things. So obviously now the instrument we won't tell you at the start because it is obviously one of the answers as well. So we're going to go through. So you should be able to. We'll just show you the slides. We won't subject you to the music again.
Yes, you might have to turn the music off on the little button on the front of the TV studio. The little on button, which is lit red. Lovely, thank you.
Are we ready?
Yes, so number 1.
Ooh.
Number 1, the slide we're after is... Oh, I'm on the completely wrong page here.
That's right. Well, I did that. So either a child slide or a playground slide.
Yes.
And the piece of music was, of course, Ave Maria. I'm sure a beautiful wedding piece of music, just not quite played in that manner.
Not in the slightest. So, number 2, the slide is in fact a slide whistle, which is the very instrument that all these classics are played on. And the piece of music was All Star by Smash Mouth. So just All Star will do there. That famous piece of music that was from Shrek. So we're looking for All Star and slide whistle.
Number 3, The picture we were looking for are slider rolls or slider buns, the little mini burgers, and the piece of music was the Harry Potter theme. Okay, so slider buns or slider rolls and Harry Potter's theme.
And number 4, the picture is a slide rule, which again, Alistair had no idea what this was. He thought it was, what did you say it was?
It's a scale rule. No, calculate.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
he didn't know. Oh, that was it. Anyway, so yes, it's a slide rule.
Oh, yes.
Michael thought it was a credit card,
credit
clicky
card,
clacky
the old
thing, wasn't
credit
it?
card
Yeah.
machines. Yes.
Anyway, it is in fact a slide rule, and the piece of music was Imagine by John Lennon. So we're looking for Imagine and a slide rule.
A beacon of peace, that song. Not played like that, but it should be. Number 5, we're after a 35mm slide. As you remember, all those lovely French and German lessons, changing the slides on the beep of the music. There, take you back to your school days. Ali will remember doing that from Filton High, obviously.
And I guess all those evenings at your grandparents' house, trying to set up the projection screen, then trying to get it straight to projector, then trying to get it in focus, and then trying to remember which way round to load the slides, and then having a slide come up of your grandmother and grandfather on a beach somewhere in Benidorm.
Yes. In backwards.
Emma, I'm not going to say what else was on that picture because.
And
yes,
the piece
they're
of
our family
music,
present.
well, the English title of the piece of music is Time to Say Goodbye. Did anybody have it in Italian? If they got no. So that's so a 35mm slide and Time to Say Goodbye.
Number 6, quite simply, we're after a water slide. Yes, Emma. Oh, yes, Dad. That was indeed what was on the slide. I'm not going to repeat that. Number 6 was a water slide, and the piece of music was Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. So that's a water slide and Bridge Over Troubled Water. And those two bits go together fairly well, actually.
Yeah.
I just only thought they were both water-related. It was not intentional.
No. Question number 8. Number 7. The piece of music was the Pirates of the Caribbean theme, and the picture is obviously a microscope or glass slide. A microscope or glass slide.
And number 8, the picture is a slide tackle, and the piece of music is You're Beautiful by James Blunt. So that's a slide tackle and You're Beautiful by James Blunt.
And then number 9, what we were looking for there is a landslide for the photo, a landslide. And the piece of music was by Lady Gaga, and it was Bad Romance.
And finally, number 10, the picture is, of course, the PowerPoint slide. So the picture you can see there is a picture of the PowerPoint slide you're currently looking at. And the piece of music is Careless Whisper by George Michael. So
Yes.
that's PowerPoint slide and Careless Whisper. I do realise that last one might have been slightly... there was a couple of sighs, but it was worth it.
Yes, we have to put them in.
Yes.
There we go. So that's the first 3 rounds. And then into the interval catchphrases, which I'm sure you'll get many more groans out of these when you get them. So our catchphrases or dingbats. Number 1 was, of course, a red herring. Start with a nice, easy one.
Yep. Number 2, did anyone get this one correct? Because it took me, well, I didn't get this one personally. Anyone? Oh, there's one or two. Well, let's see whether I've actually got it right.
Yeah.
The answer is dolly mixtures. That's number 2, dolly mixtures.
It's a few there.
Emma, you better not be swearing at me right now.
Number 3 was cost an arm and a leg. Is his arm and his leg with the bill? Cost an arm and a leg.
Number 4 is once upon a time. Number 4, once upon a time.
Number 5, apple pie. See pie in the middle. 3.141159.
Number 6 is catch 22. Number 6, catch 22.
Number 7, first aid.
Number 8, I stand corrected. Number 8, I stand corrected.
And number 9, a very literal one here. An inside job. An inside job. So people's faces watching this one.
Hazel's very frustrated at that
Not
one.
interested in that one, no.
And finally, this one I thought was quite difficult as
I
well.
love, this was my favourite one that I did. I did this round too.
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
And again, quite a few.
Well.
I don't think Toby got that one either.
But
No.
no. And
Number
and,
10,
and not number
son of a
3,
gun.
not splitting a bill or
No.
anything like that.
No, it's cost an
Because
arm.
he'd
and a leg.
given an arm and a leg were removed from the character.
Yes. Welcome back,
There we go.
everyone.
Any repeats for that one? I'm sure there's over.
No,
No,
Dad,
not
it's
trigger
happy, I'm
happy.
afraid.
No. Because otherwise, why would you have son? Why would you have daddy?
Mum said not an all-round job.
No, because Anne was inside job.
It was inside. Yeah, it's an inside job.
If it was the other way round, yeah, Anne all round. Yeah,
Round
okay,
up,
fair enough.
Yeah.
But sorry.
We'll note these for one of the other rounds. Yes.
Young gun, no, 'cause it's not. It's son of a gun, because he specifically says daddy. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Owen.
Yeah.
I like being mean. It's quite interesting.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought that was quite good. I like that one as well.
Yeah, I quite like this. Might do
Yes.
some more of those. I've got plenty
Yeah.
stored away.
Round 4, which is one singular sensation,
Sensation.
which again we're after answers which are just a single letter. Would you like to start this one, or shall I start this one?
I can start this one.
Go on then.
So, answer to number 1, a special cereal from Kellogg's is K. The letter K we were looking for there.
Yes. And number 2, a second-rate movie, often a cult classic, is B. So it's B, a B movie. Number 2, B. Or not to be.
Or not to be. Oh, dear. Number 3, 50 to the ancient Romans is L. L is 50 to the ancient Romans.
Question 4, job title of Major Boothroyd, maker of James Bond's gadgets, is Q. So it's question 4. The answer is Q.
Question 5, Will Smith's character in Men in Black was Agent J. Agent J.
Number 6, in music, this letter denotes the following passage should be played softly. The answer to that is P. So it's question 6. The answer is P.
So Michael's exiting very subtly. Stage right. So,
Very subtle.
question number 7, prefix for German submarines, they were U-boats. So it's the letter U.
Question number 8, the chromosome that determines the sex in mammals. The answer to that one is Y. So it's question number 8. Answer is Y.
Question number 9, what's the third letter of the institution the village people sang about in 1978? Of course, it was Y.
I went straight for the, yeah.
C. So we're looking for C. A.
Oh dear. Question number 10, the surname of an A-team character who pities fools. The answer to that one is T. So question number 10 is T.
Marvellous. And then on this one,
Same page
round
twice.
5, Sounds of Science. We're going to flip over to our last week's winners, right, the Stevenson family. I'll
I
let
can't see them. Where
Clive
are they?
give the.
Ah, there he is. Yes, Clive is
So
there.
we're
Are you
just
ready to give the answers, Clive?
We'll just unmute you a second.
No. Oh, no, he's not ready.
Oh, are you not
Oh.
ready? Have you got the answers in front of
I've
you?
got the answers, but they're upstairs somewhere.
Do you want us to? Is okay. We'll carry on then.
Yeah, we'll survive. We'll struggle. Yeah.
We will survive. There we go. So question 1, Bohemian Rhapsody mentioned Galileo, the Renaissance scientist. What was his the invention he is best associated with? Of course, the answer there we're looking for is a telescope.
Michael appears to have started
So,
the Get Out.
Telescope.
already.
Yes, Michael's doing the Get Out in Studio 2. I was apparently because so he can go on the family call later if he does the
Yes.
Get Out now.
Yes, because as soon as the quiz finished, his mother calls, and then he doesn't help us for the next half an hour.
Very suspicious.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, Sally, you have been calling him slightly later, so he has been helping, and thank you. But
So question 1, telescope.
question number 2.
Yes.
Astrophysicist Professor Brian Cox was the keyboard player in which 90s pop band whose song Things Can Only Get Better was used as Tony Blair's election anthem? The answer is D. Ream. So it's question number 2. Answer is D. Ream.
Question number 3, Gravity is the lead single from a 2004 album Out of Nothing. That was by Coldplay, my most favourite. Coldplay. Answer to question number 3.
Question number 4. Which English scientist is mentioned in Madonna's Super Pop and the Beastie Boys' Sounds of Science? The answer is Sir Isaac Newton. So that's question number 4, Sir Isaac Newton.
Question number 5. A British naturalist gets a mention in REM's Man on the Moon. This is Charles Darwin. We're looking for there. Number 5, Charles Darwin.
Question number 6. Which science megastar is mentioned in the titles of tracks by Kelly Clarkson and Counting Crows? It is Albert Einstein. Question number 6. Albert Einstein.
And question number 7. 1984, the band OMD had a dubious hit with Tesla Girls, referring to Siberian-born Nikola Tesla. He's famous for his inventions and developments in which field of electricity? It's alternating current, or AC. So AC or alternating current.
Question number 8. Which American scientist and inventor is referenced in a song by the Bee Gees and in The Wizard of Menlo Park by Chumbawamba? The answer is Thomas Edison, sir. It's question number 8, Thomas Edison.
And question number 9. Which English rock band released an album in 1977 called Quark? Quark.
The posh duck. Quark.
Strangeness and Charm. We were after Hawkwind there. The answer is number 9, Hawkwind.
And finally, question number 10. The work of Isaac Newton, splitting light into a spectrum, was immortalised by the album cover for Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Other than the beam of white light, how many beams of coloured light are there emitting from the prism? The answer is 6. So that's question number 10. The answer is 6. If you don't believe me, the album cover's over there.
Okay, any repeats for round number 5?
Or is everyone happy?
All good with that?
I think everyone's good.
Marvellous.
Lovely. Finally.
Finally,
Round
into our
6.
last round. Number 6, general knowledge.
So, question number 1. Which is longer, a mile or a kilometre? The answer is a mile. So, it's a mile is longer than a kilometre.
Question number 2. Gillian Anderson plays a therapist in which hit Netflix TV show? We're after Sex Education.
Question number 3. Gary and Martin Kemp were in what band? We're after Spandau Ballet. Question number 3. Spandau Ballet. As Martin said, not from EastEnders.
Not from EastEnders, no. Question number 4. Name the 5 ingredients demanded by one of Basil Fawlty's guests to make the infamous Waldorf salad. These were celery, apple, walnuts, grapes, and mayonnaise. So celery, grapes, apple, walnut, and mayonnaise.
You had to say that in different order, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay, and that is just 1 point for all 5 ingredients.
Question number 5. Name Ron Weasley's parents. They are Molly and Arthur Weasley. So that's question number 5. Molly and Arthur Weasley.
Lou looks very pleased with herself.
Yes, well done.
There with that. Alison, I'm sure you didn't get that one.
No.
No. I didn't know them either.
No.
Didn't know their names, no.
Me neither.
No. Just knew it was
Ginger
Julie.
1 and Ginger 2.
No. Question number 6. Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar is better known of what? It is Land of Hope and Glory. Land of Hope and Glory.
And yes, Mark and Helen, the previous one was for 1 point, I'm afraid.
Yes.
And question number 7. On TV, in what area of London do the Trotter family live? The Trotter family live in Peckham. Question number 7. The answer is Peckham.
Question number 8. What game involves squidgers? What was it? Squawps?
Squidgers Squops, I think it
Squawps
is.
and Boondocks. And the answer to that is Tiddlywinks. The answer to that, what game? The game is Tiddlywinks.
Out of interest, anyone actually get that one right?
I'd expect Pete Minor to get. Did you get that one, Pete?
Yeah. No? No!
I'm surprised.
Oh.
Sarah got that one.
That's fine then. Question number...
It was John who got it.
Question number 9. How many keys are there on a standard piano? There are 88 keys on a standard piano.
And then finally, for those of you who are awake in round 1, we told you a random fact during the first act. So just during the first half, during the first 3 rounds. What was it? We told you that Steve Redgrave is dyslexic. So Steve Redgrave was dyslexic.
Who was actually paying attention? Did anyone actually get that one right?
Anyone get yes?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Morgan and Graham. Yeah, oh, that's good.
Oh, Annette got it as well. Lovely.
Lovely. Right, so add those. Right, so we got
Yep.
45. Get
Sally
rid of the
Rob
box,
got
Michael.
45.
Get rid of that box quick.
Owen, the fact was that Steve
Redgrave was...
Redgrave is dyslexic.
So 58 from Mark and Helen. I can
58.
see that.
Daz,
Victoria got
how close? I
47.
can't see.
Rebecca,
40.
30. Oh.
46. Okay,
Liz
thank you,
Emerson,
Daz. 46.
53. Liz
Hazel,
and
47.
Emerson's, well done. Oh, Hazel, 47. Well done. 57 from
57.
Morgan. Oh, the Simpsons.
60, oh, 61 from the Simpsons.
61 from the Simpsons.
43
from
from
Annette.
Annette.
Toby Ebonette. Mr. Ebonette. Hold it.
Oh, teeny tiny writing. 53, 56.
56. 57 from
52,
Pete
52.
Marino.
Not bad, though. Not bad for the first time. Well done.
Sorry,
Oh.
68 from Graham and Emily. 68 from Graham and Emily. Have we got Nick Graham? Is that 63, Nick? You put out there? 52. That's close.
Oh, 58 from Mark and Helen.
And Lisa and Chris. Lisa, keep it there. I can't see it.
Oh, I can't see that either. 50?
Is that 56?
Yeah, 50,
56.
56.
56. 53 from Sarah and John. 53.
So I think the Quizner of Azkaban has the highest score.
And this will be a double win. A double win.
Ooh.
No, he didn't do that this time. It was Clive
that was
did
Clive,
this week.
yeah.
That was last week. Right, so we got
Wrong person wearing glasses.
68 from Graham and Emily. Can anybody beat 68? Oh, hold anybody. Speak now or forever hold your peace. And the winner is the Wisner of Azkaban, Graham and Emily. Well done. Whee! Well done. Well done. I'm assuming another round from you next week. Oh, a second. We shall find something different.
Yes. You're not getting another one of those.
No, we know exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah.
No, we know. we do know. I mean, unmute him. Then you can speak. You can speak.
We thought we were going to build a cabinet for them.
Oh. Well, if there's something with Diamantis on, then we might have to have a look through and see if there's something.
Something sparkly.
Does anybody know, Hazel? Do you know? Sorry, not Hazel. Helen, do you know if Reggiani Superstore is open again? Is Reggiani Superstore back open yet? Because I feel they'd do a suitable trophy as a second trophy in there. No. We might have to go. We might have to go out in the week. But yes,
I think we'll find something.
I'm sure we will find something.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. We hope you've had a lovely Sunday evening. Nice to be
Something to do, isn't it?
Nice to be here,
Yeah.
and silly as ever. So yes, we shall leave you with what are we leaving them with this week? Oh, we're leaving them with some lovely Muppets.
Yeah.
So we shall see you all next week.
Thank you very much, everyone,
Bye.
and goodbye.
It's very hard, the bird chicky cookie. It's chicky woo. It's very bird, the egg to ship. Egg to ship. It's very the board, it's here the egg. Yeah, that's right. Oh, got there, okay, yeah. It's very the egg. It's the egg. It's one good. It's for the egg, the ping pong ball. It's for the mega board. It's for the egg. First one, right there, the egg dish up. You're going to chicky dish up. Yeah? First one, huh?